back again today for another review, and these next three are just gonna be like videos of me just gushing over what is December and December of 2018. Because as to be a fan right now, it's been absolutely insane, because this year has been revolutionary as far as fandom and as far as nerddom and as far as comic books and superheroes and Star Wars. Yeah, sure, I love Solo, I don't care. But it's been absolutely revolutionary in the fact that, you know how revolutionary this year was? We got a good Transformers movie. That's to say something. But right now, I'm going to talk about the first thing that really got me going, that really got me excited, that really got me up to the ultra level of excited. DC's Elseworlds on the CW, the yearly crossover that usually is almost seems like an additional movie every single year that they do a crossover, especially with the past 3 years. They've been getting bigger and they've been getting better, and this time with Barry and Oliver and Superman, which is actually Clark Kent, Superman's in this, and Supergirl, they all have to team up to fight the Monitor and to hopefully prevent the realities from being messed up and being messed up completely. And because of this, we get to see Barry and Oliver switch lives. This was great. This is a testament to how good each of the actors are and how good they are at playing their characters, and how good they are playing their characters not wanting to be each other's characters. It was so great to see Stephen Amell in the Flash suit, even though I hate that Flash suit and I think it looks even worse on him than it does Grant Gustin. It was still funny. It was still great to see. It was still great to see him in a Flash suit, reach over for his quiver and not find anything and still say, "You have failed this city." That was great. To be able to see how good of a Green Arrow, actually, a really great Green Arrow, Grant Gustin can actually be. In the scenes where he goes full on Oliver Queen, whether it's he's when I start to shoot that cop in Gotham City, or when he even says his own, "You have failed this city" line, he actually made a great Green Arrow. I actually, in some alternate universe, I would love to see a show about that. To see that swapped, it was great. But if I had to say any nitpicks about it, I think it was because that maybe it took a little bit too much precedent in the first episode, but I don't really care, because you really do need that kind of setup for somebody who doesn't really watch the shows, because I know that a lot of people don't watch all 4 shows religiously like I do, so you gotta have that. And plus, it was great to see the banter, whether it's how they adjusted to each other's lives, or the greatest line of all was I think it was Oliver saying that I woke up in the bed with Iris, and then Barry's like, "What? We need to fix this right now." But now I know now to talk about my favorite part of this crossover, which is every single ounce of fan service that we got relating to either Smallville or Superman, because this is what made the crossover for me. If you don't know, I am a huge Superman fan. Superman is my favorite hero. He's my favorite superhero of all time, because he is the original superhero. And what made this crossover for me was seeing Tyler Hoechlin back as Superman. Yes, he's not as good as Henry Cavill, but he's freaking good at Superman. He plays the seasoned Superman bat. He plays the quirky, still kind of cool, still nerdy Clark Kent, and he pulls off the classic Superman. He pulls it off, and he pulls it off so well. And I cannot believe how much Superman stuff they're able to have in this entire story. It was amazing. It was so great. I loved it. And the interactions he had with Kara, the interactions he had with Lois, it was spot on. It was perfect. Every single time you saw something that's new from Superman, the freaking Smallville theme plays throughout this. That's insane. And then obviously you have, towards the end, you have Black Suit Superman, and oh man, that right there should sell this crossover in entirety, because we didn't even get that in Justice League. That should sell this crossover entirely. And then with Kara, her being, because she's on a different Earth, being one of the only ones who knows the difference. But what I really loved about this story was the Monitor. the Monitor, the big bad of this story, or maybe, if you think about it in a different way, not the real big bad, which is he is going around messing with different universes. We see it open with the 90s Barry Allen, and we see how he's testing other universes to see if they will survive. And what we find out at the end of the crossover is that he's testing to see if they can survive me, then they can survive the Anti-Monitor. And you know what that means. That means we're getting Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I don't know if you don't know what that is or what that storyline is. It is basically the equivalent. It is the equivalent of, you know how it took Marvel 10 years to lead up to Infinity War and Avengers Endgame? This is basically that version of that. It is Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's taken 7 years. It will be taking 8 years for them to get to this point, to have so many heroes, to have so many worlds built, to have so many established multiversal worlds and characters to be able to do this storyline. And my hope and prayers go to see, please, I want to see, I know it's probably not going to happen, but I want to see every single DC TV show ever crossover. Like, even as one character, like whether it's just Tom Walling's Superman and Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor, boom, pop up. Whether it's David Mazouz's Batman or Bruce Wayne from Gotham, boom, throw him in. It's the entire Titans, or even just Dick Grayson's Nightwing come from Titans. Whether it's literally, I don't care. I want all the legends back. I want John Constantine back. I would care less. I want Black Lightning. I want every single one to converge into this crossover, because that is what the comic event was for, was to combine everything. And what I really hope is that, my fingers are crossed, but I do not think it's going to happen, is that they cross the movies over too. Because I remember whenever thinking about years and years ago, if they ever were to cross these over, it would be in this event. And the fact that we're getting this event in fall 2019 is insane. It's literally like having another giant movie slated for next year, and I couldn't be even happier. This crossover, all in all, it was great. I loved all the interactions with the fact that we got to go to Gotham City. We finally find out what's going on with Batman. Ruby Rose as Batwoman was great. The fact that we get to see so many Batman Easter eggs and so many mirrors and everything, whether it's Barry and Oliver fighting each other's worst villains, being able to see Superman in a light that is so perfect and so like crystal clear of what Superman should be. I absolutely love this crossover. Yes, people say that it's just a setup for the next crossover. I don't freaking care. Literally, you can say every single MCU movie is a setup for the next movie, but do we care? No, they're good movies. This is quality TV at its best. I basically count this as an extra movie, and this is a definite win for the CW universe. I am so pleased with this. I'm so happy, and there's literally nothing I am more excited for in 2019 than Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you give me Wonder Woman, Shazam, or Crisis, I'm going Crisis. I don't care, because I spent almost 8 years now with these characters, and I cannot wait to see what they do, and I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. Thank you to Steven Amell, thank you for Grant Gustin, thank you to Tyler Hecklin, thank you to Melissa Boyce, thank you to Ruby Rose, and the rest of the cast of all 4 shows, or for all 3 shows, for giving us such a great crossover and the promise for an even better one next year. I'll see you guys next time.